Hello people, you're welcome back to my channel. It is your one and only Lady Jackson bringing you this entertainment update on the Big Brother Naija season 8 all-star season as a day hot. So last night I was supposed to bring you a lot of videos, like at least 2 or 3, during the midnight. But then I slept off. I was so tired. And remember I told you that I have a flu and I'm, trying to get that out of my body system. Then I slept off and the craziest things happened. So remember that Adekunle won the first head of house of the All-Star season yesterday. And then Bbnaija8 won the first immunity through the black envelope challenge yesterday, right? Well, this only meant that the both of them have immunity from being nominated for the eviction of next week, which later turned out to be a fake eviction because Big Brother told Adekunle, but then announced to the housemates that sheggz, Frodd, Khosi, and Soma are also going to get immunity, just like Bbnaija8 and Adekunle. Now, this was cool. So the truth was only revealed to Adekunle. They went on with their normal night chores to eat and relax. And I just feel that Adekunle was very, very relaxed about, the week and everything, mostly because he knew the truth. But one thing he was keeping was the fact that they had a major task. And then, of course, we saw where Pere, Bbnaija8, I think Tolanibaj Princess, they were having a conversation, I think with CeeC, about what they were going to do about the wager task. And while that conversation was being very progressive, one of them suggested that, Messi, go and call Adekunle and the other housemates so we have this discussion since most people are not asleep. And then she left there, went to the room and noticed Soma, Adekunle and 2 other people were having a good time gisting and laughing. And then she was now telling them, let's go now, what are you guys still doing here? And then she turned and faced Adekunle and intensively drilled into him. Now, I didn't feel she was insultive, but the manner and tone with which she did that was what was actually offensive. She was telling him that we're all discussing about the wager task inside, outside there, and you guys are here having fun, relaxing, and others were like, you know what, let's just leave it for tomorrow. And she's like, anyways, I'm just here to even encourage you. You're going to lose your wager task this week, and I promise you that. And all these people, when they win, they're going to be like bosses, and they're not going to respond to you and all that. And then she walked away, and he was just quiet with his hands on his face, and I really felt like this was not the way you were supposed to do this. Now, when he finally decided to take it up, he called every other housemate and they went to the outside. I think that's around the pool party place, the garden, and then he was talking about how she addressed him and how it was wrong, that the reason why he didn't call for everybody to have a meeting was because they were all exhausted, and he felt that it was going to be futile and only productive the next day. And that was how that conversation went. But while they were talking and he had called her, she walked away and went to bed to sleep. Now, that in itself was quite not good, that after that meeting, Pere went to meet Mercy and was telling her that, you know what, he really thought it a different way. You thought it a different way. Her approach was not good. Soma came in and was trying to talk to her, and she was blasting Soma. I think it was Soma and Angel, or Soma or one of the other ladies, but she was like, you know what, I can do this to you too. I don't really care. It was very important. You guys were discussing, laughing. Nobody was sleeping. That was what was even pissing me off, and I don't like that. Waiting. This one, that one. And I'm like, girl, calm down. It's not supposed to be that deep. You could possibly not agree with their opinions, but you don't need to raise your voice and shout at anybody. But of course, Angel didn't want to, take it up with her. She was just like, it's not really cool. And then at some point, Somadina and Mercy wanted to take it up at each other, and he just, ignored it and walked away. At this point, I know alliances are being created and formed, and one that will be the first that I would be seeing would be an alliance between Adekunle and Somadina against Mercy. Now, this is because of her tacky attitude and because, Adekunle has showed Somada, I got your back, bro, and stuff like that. So anything that has to do with Mercy is a no-no for them. And then Pere is someone that doesn't easily unite with someone. If he unites with you, he will find a way to still unite with every other person. So I know he is still on Mercy's side, but he'll find a way to still be around the guy's side, because at the moment he's not on the top good list of Adekunle and Somadina, but he can still find his way around it. Although Mercy and Adekunle tried to settle their scores and settle the stuff they had from yesterday, this morning, I believe it's going to be a point of unism or unity for them. But I'm very, very sure that Mercy will not let her guard down, and Adekunle will still come back for a payback just like he promised yesterday. And moving on, these two are giving me so much joy, because even after it was argued and proven in court by many people that she actually found the black envelope first before Frodd, or touched it before Frodd, Venita came to, fight and blast Frodd for, being angry that Big Brother said that, CeeC and Frodd should decide who should hold the envelope. And then, when she was done ranting and arguing and like shouting at him, when everything was done and, they were like, oh, it's okay, it's all good, CeeC and Frodd were teaming up and talking against her. That, you know what, she's only trying to trend, she's only trying to do this. And I'm like, girl, just see how you're embarrassing yourself. When you leave the show, you'd see this and you'd be like, oh my God, did I just do this to myself? And finally, when it comes to alliances and breaking trust and backstabbing each other, it seems like we're going to have a breakdown this weekend when Ebuka comes for the live eviction show. Now, just for a reminder, yesterday we saw that during the preparation for the nominations, Ilebaye, Angel, Kidwire, Princess, and Tolanibaj agreed on nominating a few persons, and now in that clique of nomination they were so adamant on Venita, on Frodd, but then Angel and Ilebaye actually turned against their crew. Basically, Angel nominated CeeC. Now, I think his name was one of the names mentioned, but Venita's name was the one that was, they were very adamant on. And then Ilebaye backstabbed Tolanibaj as she nominated her. If Ebuka wants to cause chaos this week, he would literally mention that, I thought you guys agreed on nominating this, that. Why did you now go against each other? Anyways, guys, if you're new to my channel, of course, it is your one and only bringing you every of the details of everything happening as it is hot. You're going to get the lowdown, and all I need and crave from you is to subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification on every post I make, and don't forget to share comments down below and everything, okay?